You never seem to get enough of shit blowing up in your face. And I don't ever get enough of fucking seeing it. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is Love and Hip Hop. Season 6, Episode 8. And by the person that never gets tired of shit giving them in their face, that motherfucking Mimi. Mimi never stops. You never stop trying to run people and trying to manipulate a situation, and you know that you are not the sharpest knife in the drawer. You know this, but you go in head first all the time. Bitch, how many times you got to get the door shut on your head before you figure out that hurts your neck a little bit? But you just don't get it. Let's go on. Anyway, moving on in this shit, we go right back to where we left off at Tommy's event where her wine tasted and her mom showed up looking a mess in this jumpsuit. I said, mama, don't do it. Don't do it, baby. You giving me stushki, gushki, and dushki in that jumpsuit. It just wasn't, that was not kind at all. But got in there. It all really went really, really well. KK actually set that up. Tommy was like, I know good and well this is due to some of Karen King's mess. But sure enough, it worked out really fine. Tommy and her mom squashed the beef. It was actually nice to see because it don't even make no sense for them to have the relationship that they have. That shit is just toxic. But her mom told her, you know, she said, I done moved on. I done went to Vegas, girl. And I got things, you know, I'm happy down there, bitch. Don't Vegas make you happy, bitch? Everything can be wrong, bitch. Go to Vegas. It'll make you happy. Trust me. So she's in Vegas doing okay. Tommy's like, good. She told her, don't you start crying, Tommy. I'm proud of you. I'm always proud of you. And what you're doing good. And mama got your back. I said, now this was good. That was good. I liked it. I was like, all right, y'all. Next we see Dawn, Joseline, and Melissa. And speaking of Melissa, now I've been saying all along to y'all that I ain't never met a hard leg, hard tongue carpet muncher quite like Melissa. That something about her was so different because she's all of us does. She looks like a cute little boy. And she has the venom and the viciousness of a lipstick girl. So I'm like, I don't know this kind of dyke. This is different. I don't even know what to call her, you know? But child, I know what to call her. A viper, honey. That bitch, that Melissa showed herself. Bitch, we see you, bitch. We see you. That Melissa's a motherfucking mess. She set it the fuck off in this episode. That goddamn Melissa. Keep listening. Okay, so we're sitting there. She's still being the nice Melissa now. She's being the girl, lesbian, whatever. Nice Melissa. She the only one in there making sense and talking sense. They're talking about, okay, about the test coming back. Of course we knew Stevie was the daddy. And she's talking about that damn Joseph's about, I'm moving to Miami and I want 100% custody of my daughter. I'm mad at him about all of the drug stuff and the allegations. We get you. We understand. But that whole thing with that custody and 100% custody from Stevie, everybody knows Stevie better than that. And you barking up the wrong tree if you think that he ain't going to fight you tooth and nail and win about that. So Melissa was like, girl, ain't no need to even do that. And she was making, so she the only one was making complete sense. So that was that. Shit switched up though a little after that with Melissa, so just keep listening. Next we see Rashida and Scrappy. Scrappy went to see Rashida. I thought that this, look, you know, I think, y'all know I don't really care for Rashida all like that. I don't like really dislike her, but she just kind of, she kind of wears on my nerves sometimes. But look at this look. Okay, that whole look of with the looseness of the curl, the color, and all of that, Rashida looked so motherfucking pretty that it was just ridiculous. I said, "Wow, Rashida." You know, Rashida, she's a pretty motherfucker. She really, really is. So I got that off the way. I just had to say that. But I couldn't get it. This whole thing and the way she's actually dealing with Kirk, I'm like, Rashida, you have to do something. You got to give me more. Something got to go on. Punch him in the face. Do something. Grab him in the throat. Do something, you know? But Scrappy told her, I'm going to go. And his head was a fucking mess. Said, if you ain't looking like one of them damn troll dolls. But he said, I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to him. I said, yeah, punch him in his throat while you there, you know? So she was like, all right. It was funny because she seemed really relieved that Scrappy butt in. You know what I mean? So, whatever. We'll see. Next, we got Cena and Karlie. When I see these two whores, I knew it couldn't be good, okay? Here these bitches about, oh yeah, we're friends. Messy one and messy two, okay? Here they go. Y'all both sucking on Jock and fucking on Jock and y'all friends. Okay. Chow is just as toxic. I just sat and I watched them. It's a mess. Don't either one of them bitches like each other, nor do either one of them trust each other. Perfect. Perfect match. Cena tells Karlie how she lied about Rod. She ain't really dating Rod. She did it just to get back at Jock and make him mad. Karlie's in her confessional saying, well, wait a minute, bitch. If you claim that you don't really mess with Jock anymore and you don't care nothing about Jock and his feelings, why do you even feel the need? Bitch, I'm side-eyeing you. And she's like, because you already know, but you know Jock ain't never stopped fucking Cena. That's the only woman I believe that Jock really do love is Cena. But anyway, so they got that whole thing going on. Then they get to talk about the Tommy and Jock thing. And Karlie's like, what? And Cena's like, yeah, girl, that's why I wanted to tell you that this, that, the other. And you know, Cena was telling her that to make her mad. Because she mad too. So they said, well, what we going to do, child? And Karlie told her, honey, my name is Revenge. I said, oh, shit. So I laughed at that. Okay, so then it flips over, and here we see Mimi and Melissa. And this where shit gets interesting. This is when Mimi rolls up on Melissa. With all the Mimi straight up bitch rolled in there, you know how Mimi did. And I thought, and the first thing I said is, why the fuck is Mimi talking to Melissa the way she talks to Arian? And that was irony all in itself that I even thought that out loud. Because 2 seconds later, I knew why. She was talking to her real hard and rough like she do Arian. Then that shit said, woof, and blew up in her motherfucking face. And that motherfucking Melissa turned into Stevie J on that bitch and gave her the motherfucking blues. Nice motherfucking Melissa, lesbian Melissa went away. Old hard tongue motherfucking dyke ass goddamn Melissa showed up and was giving her very much of, bitch, why is you talking to me like that, bitch? And this ain't what you want. And bitch, you was lucky to meet me. Lucky to get me to suck your motherfucking pussy. And I mean, she was real shooting straight from the hip and wasn't taking no prisoners. She let me the fuck have it. And then told her, because she said, well, and what triggered her is when she said, well, Arian told me I should watch you. She said, see, I knew people tell me, because she's rolling in there with an attitude, because now she know for sure in her mind that Melissa fucks Joseline. She's like, yeah, I'm hearing all around town that you helping this bitch make up with people. You doing this for this bitch, you're doing that for that bitch, and you told me you and that bitch was friends and all that, but I think it's more than you rolling all up on her like that. And she rolled on you, bitch, and let you know. And she said, yeah. And people telling me I should watch you. Arian said I should watch you. And when she said that, baby, she flipped on her and told her, yeah, Arian's just mad because I ain't smashing her ass no more. Baby, you could have bought that motherfucking Mimi for a penny that was already spent. You hear me? She was like, what? She's like, oh, so your friend didn't tell you? Please. Yeah. Me and Arian, and I done sucked Arian's pussy for a long time. We friends from way back. I said, oh, and you could tell it was like somebody had hit me with a 1-2 punch. I cracked up. I said, you done went from being all jealous and demanding to now you all hurt and upset, honey. She got up from there and gonna say, well, and then you're gonna say, I'll be happy that and lucky that I met you. I'm just gonna get out of your house. And Melissa was like, oh, really? So Stevie J, it was so reminiscent of Stevie J, but just a female version. Mimi left out of her, she ain't followed by her. She said, bitch, whatever. Come back when you want some more of this dick. I was like, oh, jeez. She went on out of there. She's mad as hell. That motherfucker Melissa, I said, we see you, bitch. Shady, honey. Shady, shady. We see you. I knew it was too good to last. Next, we see Dime. She goes to see Karlie. And why the fuck do Dime look so pretty with black hair? Well, she just got that black, her hair pulled back in a ponytail. It's one of the best lace front insertions that I've seen on this show thus far. It looked good. It looked smooth. It looked natural. Her baby hair looked natural, not overdone. She don't look like one of the members of 5 Star. She looked just pretty. She looked like a little black baby doll in the face. I said, look at that. That body is fucked up. That body is fucked up. The way I don't like that. The way their ass go and it cut up and under and then their legs just dangle down in the bottom like a puppet. That's fucked up. But from here up, that motherfucking Dime knows she pretty. And I said, girl, you ought to stay in black hair. You really should. And there's some other colors she can pull off, but all that old cotton candy pink shit and all that crazy looking shit. Anyway, moving on. So Dime is sitting talking to Karlie, and she's apologizing to Karlie for not coming sooner and telling her what had actually went down. She tells her about Tommy and all that. And Karlie's like, I'm kind of hurt because we're supposed to be friends and you should have kept me up on game. She said, no. She explained how I gave it to Jock. I gave Jock time to come and explain it to you himself. But he ain't do that, so now I'm here, bitch, and I'm telling. And when I went to the bitch's wine tasting, the bitch's wine tastes like piss. I said, oh my God. A mess. A mess. So she was telling Dime, don't even worry, because I'm going to get that bitch Tommy and I'm going to get Jock. Don't worry. So next, we see Mimi. She's still on a rampage. She goes, because she didn't get her whole holler and her nasty act out with Melissa, because Melissa cut her short and cut her off. She went on, she going to go to Arian and talk to Arian, because, you know, that's the only bitch dumb enough to let her talk to them like that. She goes to talk to Arian. And Arian's like, and she's like, well, Melissa's a fucked up person. You know, she's a fucked up person. And I don't know that Melissa's really a fucked up person. She's just a motherfucking dude. And she's a Stevie J type of dude. That bitch thinks she's, what do Stevie call herself? The good guy. You know, that's who she is. She don't give a fuck. She know you a trick ass bitch. And you put yourself out there. Them pheromones did like this. And then, you know, she had to let you have it. So it just was what it was. After that, Arian went to talk to Melissa. I said, oh, these dykes is really carrying me on this episode, honey. Arian goes to talk to Melissa and going to try to talk some shit to Melissa. Well, Melissa is just as arrogant, like I said, like Stevie J. She literally gave Arian, why you here again? What's the problem? And she going to say, Arian was mad. She's like, you run around telling people that I'm mad because you ain't smashing me no more? That's been a long time ago. And Melissa was giving her very much of, bitch, you know you want this tongue. And you ain't had it and you feeling some kind of way. I asked you. I came to you and I asked you if it was okay for me to talk to Mimi. You ain't have nothing to say, but really, you jealous. You jealous, but you want it. You know my head game is fire. I'm like, oh, wow. She had Arian looking real stupid all the way up to the point where Arian just got up and walked out. And she's like, so what? Because she cut her off. She's trying to do all that arguing and carrying on. And Melissa was like, do you fuck with me? Do we fuck with each other? No? All right, the fuck out. Bye, bitch. And Ariel went ahead to take the walk of shame out the door. I was like, oh, Melissa. That Melissa's something else, honey. I told you it was too good to be true. Melissa ain't nice. Melissa's a nigga. I said, oh, all right. So next we got Kirk and Scrappy. They actually sit down, they talk. Kirk is being an asshole in general. And he basically told Scrappy, you know, we wasn't having sex and shit. Shit wasn't right. I tried to touch her. She turned her over and you know, didn't want to be bothered, this, that, and the other. He sit around making excuses for why he cheated. And Scrappy's like, fuck all that. That's all ridiculous. Like, I mean, I know I'm a man. I know what I do. I know what I do wrong. But you're married to Rashida. You done her wrong, and that shit ain't cool, and you need to fix it. And you need to go take DNA test. He's refusing to take the DNA test. I don't know what the hell Kirk's problem is. He's like, these people scamming. It'll all come out in the wash later on. Scrappy's like, fuck later on. You need to fix shit with Rashida before you really fuck up. You know, make me thump you in the throat. You know, I'm like, Lord have mercy. That was ridiculous. So after we see that, then here we go. The Dykes is still at it. Mimi done jumped up this time. Now Mimi done ran her ass over to Stevie's. So she could still finish blowing off some steam. Now I was with her on this one. She basically went to talk to Stevie. They haven't talked in a while. He done told her Bonnie Bella's mine. She said, oh, that's nice and good. God bless her and you. But I don't want that bitch around my daughter. All the things that Joseline has said and done that had to do with Eva and all that, fuck that. I don't want her around my daughter. And I know how you play the game. And you, oh, my baby's this, my baby's that. And that bitch going to be right back up in your house. And I'm telling you, I ain't joking with you. I don't want Joseline around my daughter. And if you have the bitch around my daughter, I'll go and file a restraining order against her to make sure she can't be around my daughter. So that will stop you from being around my daughter. Now think I'm motherfucking playing. Now for once, I said, okay, Mimi. You know, it is. I don't ever think that Joseline would actually do anything directly to hurt Eva. But what she did and making those accusations about Stevie molested Eva, that was out of order. So, you know what? I have to stand on it and say Mimi is fair for Mimi to feel however the fuck she want to feel about that. It is nobody's place to tell her not to feel that way. That was fucked up. It was what it was. Keep my daughter's name out your mouth, bitch, or I'll remove your teeth. That's just the way it is. So I ain't even gonna mess with Mimi on that. So you won that round, bitch, because you lost every other round tonight, bitch. Because Melissa took your ass and drug you, bitch. But anyway. Okay, so moving on. Jock was doing a comedy show and all hell broke loose when Melissa, Karlie, and Cena all entered together. And you see how Melissa's now she's like a pit bull. All up in the midst of the shit. I said, what is this shit with Melissa? Messy as hell. So, shit, we thought that Grandma Karlie was the messy one. Melissa's pretty motherfucking messy too. But they come in there. Lovely Mimi is in there with Tommy. You know, they a VIP and shit. Lovely Mimi's always doing too much. Tommy ain't even popping off yet. Why is Mimi popping off? Lovely Mimi over there talking about, oh, Grandma. Why you saying something? You and Karlie was cool. But then she ended up saying, you know, what the fuck? If I'm with Tommy, I'm with Tommy. And Tommy told me that bitch ain't shit. So I'm with it. I'm with it. No, bitch, you're starting it, actually. I can't do her. I can't do her. I can't do her. Somebody need to come and get some goy and sit her ass down. But anyway, so Tommy and them, they start kind of going back and forth. And Tommy's like, Cena, you know me and you ain't never had no problem, right, baby girl? We ain't got no problems. We ain't got no issues. It is what it is. Now that other bitch that's with you, I ain't got her to do that. Bitch likes to take other people's men. Bitch, your man can be taken too. You know, and bitch, we can have whatever problem you want to have. That motherfucker Karlie took and threw somebody. Oh, bitch. And threw somebody. That motherfucking Tommy stayed just as calm and said, Jock, look at this. She's throwing dollar bills at me, not hundreds. That's very disrespectful. I said, work, Tommy, bitch, work. She let her have it. I said, come on, Tommy. I just wanted her to keep her cool. Because she said, bitch, you winning, bitch, you winning. You know? And then, before long, child Karlie threw something else. I don't know what the fuck that was. She threw something and it hit Tommy. And Tommy was like, oh, bitch, wait a minute now, bitch. And next thing I know, Tommy's ass was moving like the damn Tasmanian devil. They was getting Karlie the fuck out of there. I said, Karlie, now you know when Tommy see you, she gonna get you, bitch. You know this. Now why you throw that shit in her? You know Tommy gonna fuck you up. And everybody else, the whole staff knew Tommy gonna fuck you up. They got her ass out of there like they was moving Barack Obama. They wasn't letting her get to her. I said, oh God. It was a mess. But that's kind of where we ended up out at. That lovely Mimi, though, I can't with her. I can't with her. Somebody better come get some goy honey and take her on back down Miss Kim's wig boots at Auto Body Shop and put her in the back and let her do nails for somebody kill that bitch. All right, I'll see y'all next week.